Some aren't too thrilled by the prospect of DC turning James Gunn into a brand, especially after his cameos in recent DC projects. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. However, not many are too thrilled about the prospect of Gunn becoming the potential face of the DC brand, especially after his cameo in Creature Commandos and the Superman Unlimited #1 poster. Long gone are the days when a movie star's involvement alone could secure a movie's success, as apart from Tom Cruise, a major Hollywood star's casting doesn't always contribute to guaranteed box office success. With notable directors being more effective in pulling crowds nowadays, it seems DC is betting all its cards on James Gunn. Taking to X, some fans called out DC for seemingly turning Gunn as the face of the company, which stemmed from his appearances on Creature Commandos, Harley Quinn, and the recent cover for Superman Unlimited #1. On the flip side, it's important to note that Gunn is arguably the biggest CBM director in the market, and from a marketing standpoint for Superman, it makes sense why he has been the center of attraction. Considering auteurs are starting to become the next big thing when it comes to pulling large crowds, given James Gunn's track record so far, it makes sense why DC is betting all its cards on Gunn. Although the NBA promo featuring Shaquille O'Neal and Superman Unlimited #1 poster featuring Gunn and David Corenswet is more of a marketing move, his CC cameo had nothing to do with Gunn. According to Creature Commandos showrunner Dean Lorey, the Guardians director had no input regarding his cameo in the intro, via IGN. James had a credit and we were trying to figure out, well, we gave all the characters sort of little moments, animated moments in the credits. And we were like, James is kind of a character. We should give him something. And so we all got very excited about it and we spent a lot of time working on it. And how does he? Does he lean back in the chair? What does he do? Given Gunn's history behind the scenes, it's not surprising why the animators opted to surprise the DC head by incorporating him in the title, as according to his collaborators, Gunn has been always a top guy to work with. Joe Rogan criticizes David Corenswet's Superman reboot while defending James Gunn's controversial past tweets. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Joe Rogan is no fan of David Corenswet's upcoming debut as the Man of Steel in James Gunn's Superman. On his recent podcast, Rogan didn't hold back his opinions on the highly anticipated reboot, dismissing it outright and even going so far as to call the iconic superhero stupid. Rogan's criticism didn't stop there. He shared his frustration with Hollywood's obsession with reboots. However, he may not be interested in Superman. His comments regarding Gunn's infamous past tweets add a layer to his complex stance. In 2018, old tweets of Gunn's resurfaced where the director made jokes about sensitive subjects. The jokes sparked controversy, but Rogan seemingly took his side and talked about the insensitivity. Although Joe Rogan isn't interested in Superman, his comments on James Gunn's controversial past tweets add nuance to his viewpoint. In 2018, old tweets resurfaced in which Gunn made jokes about sensitive topics like P*****ophilia and R***PE. The tweets caused an uproar, resulting in Gunn's temporary firing from Disney and Marvel Studios, where he was working on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. In his 2018 The Joe Rogan Experience podcast, Rogan pointed out that while the tweets were inappropriate and in bad taste, they were jokes, and no actual criminal behavior was involved. As a stand-up comedian himself, Rogan acknowledged the offensive nature of Gunn's jokes, calling them terrible and gross. They're F***ing terrible. The problem is they're not funny, and they are jokes, they are really gross. However, Rogan made it clear that he didn't believe Gunn should have been fired, asserting that Gunn was simply a **TTY joke teller rather than a criminal. The situation raised larger questions about cancel culture by activists and the consequences of past actions, something Rogan acknowledged as a byproduct of today's culture of activism. For Rogan, while the tweets were problematic, the response to them, the firing and public shaming, seemed excessive. He even went so far as to suggest that the real issue lay with the culture that places so much emphasis on holding people accountable for past mistakes. This perspective reveals a more nuanced take on Gunn's controversy, acknowledging the harm caused by the jokes. In his recent The Joe Rogan Experience podcast, released on February 9th, Rogan was joined by guests, Matt Serra, Brendan Schaub, and Brian Callen. When Tara asked about the trailer for David Corenswet's Superman movie, he simply responded, "I'm a grown man," and dismissed the project as unworthy of his time, saying, "Superman is stupid." One specific aspect of the trailer that irked him was the inclusion of crypto, the superdog. Rogan couldn't fathom why a flying, superpowered dog was necessary. Why was the dog able to drag him? Despite his co-hosts defending James Gunn's ability to make unusual characters interesting, just as he did with Guardians of the Galaxy, Rogan remained unimpressed and unpersuaded. However, he accepted that he liked the fox in Guardian of the Galaxy. Rogan's disinterest in Superman is part of a broader critique he has about the superhero genre in general. He has expressed his frustration with the constant reboots of iconic characters in Hollywood. The fact that Superman has been rebooted multiple times and Spider-Man and the Hulk have had numerous iterations over the years only deepens Rogan's skepticism. Despite his co-host's excitement watching the upcoming movie, Rogan constantly stated he had no plans to watch it. While Rogan remains uninterested in James Gunn's Superman, his comments on Gunn's past tweets reveal a nuanced understanding of the consequences of today's cancel culture. Rogan may not be a fan of his latest superhero venture, but his support of Gunn in this instance adds an interesting layer to the conversation surrounding cancel culture and activism. James Gunn praises Companion, Drew Hancock's black comedy horror sci-fi, calling it freaking incredible. Don't miss this hidden gem. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Horror movies have a strange fate in theaters. They often get overlooked by the mass population due to their appealing nature to a particular group of audience. Perhaps, not everyone likes jump scares. Well, whatever the case, the same unfortunate destiny seemingly struck the 2025 American black comedy horror sci-fi, Companion. Drew Hancock's movie, starring Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid, quietly slipped past many moviegoers. But while the world was busy missing out on the film, James Gunn appeared to be paying undivided attention. And guess what? The Guardians of the Galaxy director took to social media to call the film freaking incredible. Given his experience in filmmaking, when James Gunn speaks, movie buffs offer their full attention to the legend. Known for his bold storytelling and a keen eye for great cinema, guess which movie recently caught Gunn's attention? Well, it's Drew Hancock's black comedy horror sci-fi Companion, 2025, that escaped the attention of mainstream audiences. While most people might be unaware of the existence of such a film, James Gunn not only watched it but took to threads to rave about Drew Hancock's vision. Dropping a short and crisp review that was more than enough to set off a buzz among moviegoers who might have overlooked this under-the-radar gem, Gunn hailed the film as freaking incredible. Considering James Gunn's track record of directing blockbuster movies, his praise for another incredible gem like Companion didn't seem like merely empty words. Instead, his brief review on social media felt like a genuine effort at helping Drew Hancock's movie get its deserving attention. After James Gunn's high praise for Companion, it even intrigued us to check out what's so special about the horror sci-fi thriller. Well, in a nutshell, what began as a rom-com turned out to be filled with unpredictable twists and mind-bending sci-fi elements, including an interesting take on modern technology and gender politics. Starring Sophie Thatcher as Iris and Jack Quaid as Josh as a couple on their weekend getaway with friends, the movie quickly turns from a happy outing to a chaotic